Saturday today. It is 10 AM and we are in a big field, aren't we? We are we've just parked up to go to Silverstone. So if you haven't seen my vlog from last year, I will link it up here somewhere. We didn't do the Friday this year. We're just doing Saturday and Sunday, and our main aim for today is to not get absolutely soaking wet, as the weather's been very temperamental. But we are ready to go. I've got we're Mercedes today, and then I'm McLaren tomorrow, and you're maybe Haas. Yeah, we'll see if we can get some Haas merch. But yes, it is all about staying dry today. We're very excited. I can't believe a year's gone by already. It's absolutely crazy. So if you like Formula 1, then you're gonna love this video. We'll try to get as much as we can today. We've brought a little picnic with us, which is exciting, and yeah, excited to see all that action. So we'll take you along with us and hopefully have a good weekend. But our sandwiches.
Oh, wow.
Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, 6:40, and I'm having a piece of toast. I didn't sleep well at all last night, which is not good because today's a long day. But the reason we're up so early is we did this last year, but we had a bit of a nightmare getting in yesterday. Silverstone will be receiving a strongly worded email. It took us 2 hours to get from parking to Silverstone, to the actual track. So we're going to try and avoid that today, aren't we? We're going to try and avoid
sunburn.
I didn't get sunburn, but the parking situation was a bit dire, but we can go into that later. And I'll probably get some top tips if anyone's not been to Silverstone or a Formula 1 track before. If you've been to a festival, you are probably very equipped, very well equipped, but it's kind of the same thing, but just for a day. We're really lucky that we live less than an hour away from Silverstone, so getting there's not the issue. It's getting to the track is the issue. We went for park and ride this year. Never again. They changed it from last year, I don't know why. Anyway, so I've just got my toast. But we have our coffees, and I'm gonna go put a little bit of makeup on. I am at Team McLaren today. I have no idea, like, well, looking back, I'm sure it will be, like, obviously we'll know the result, but we have a McLaren 2-3 for qualifying, which is so exciting. All the Brits did so well yesterday. So yeah, apart from, well,
and George.
They're in the top 10. All the Brits in the top 10, I think, right?
Yeah,
Album,
so.
yeah.
Album's up there.
So yeah, we're leaving about 15 minutes early, which is good. We aimed for 7, didn't we? So yeah, I'll see you there. Oh my gosh. And we'll see what the park and ride situation is. I don't know, we should probably get there at like 7:30. Hopefully. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, yesterday was a bit of a faff and it was pouring down with rain. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna get ready, have a little snooze in the car, and then we'll see you there. Someone's coming to wave us goodbye.
Bye, Carlos.
Bye, Carlos. Love you. is the next day, fully recovered now. We collapsed into bed after the weekend, and I thought I would just do like a little roundup and top tips for if you're going to Silverstone. This is for people who've got like grandstand tickets or just like general admission tickets rather than the paddock club. If you are lucky enough to go into the paddock club, then you probably don't need any of this information. But I thought, after being for 2 years now in a row, we've kind of nailed what you should and shouldn't do. So I've just got like 5 tips, really easy, of how to make your weekend a little bit smoother. So number 1, I would say, is get there as early as you can. We, for the second time in a row, I don't know why we did this, but on the Saturday we got there around like 11ish or 12, I think, and the queue was just insane. We did park and ride, and to get there it took us 2 and a bit hours from the park and ride to Silverstone. Literally 2.5 hours just for a few miles, which was absolutely crazy. So I would just get up as early as you can and get there. There's so much to do. There's so many food options, breakfast. There's loads of like games you can play. It's just such a cool environment. It's really like a festival environment. So I would just get up early and go. Number 2 is, I feel like people don't know this, but you can actually bring in your own alcohol. You can bring in food and water and everything, but you can bring in your own alcohol. So if you wanted to save a little bit of money, as we all know these things that can get quite pricey, you can bring alcohol. It's just no glass, so you'd probably be better bringing in tins or decanting, whatever you have, as I check your bag for glass when you go in. But yeah, if you want to save a little bit of money, bring in your own alcohol and food. We bring in a picnic, which is really fun, and I really enjoy it. I much prefer it, to be fair. And then like in the morning we get like we buy the breakfast, so there's not too much in our bags. But yeah, you can bring in your own stuff. Number 3, if you are interested in like all of the drivers arriving, I would say sort of peak time is between like 10 and 11:30. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to, there's like a little bridge that goes from the main section into the paddock area, and it's sort of like in a big right angle, and there's a mini roundabout. You gonna need to go there. You'll know where I mean because there's gonna be loads of people waiting. We went after we had some breakfast, and at that time we saw Toto Wolff, we saw Valtteri Bottas, we saw Lando in his McLaren, we saw Zach Brown, who, funnily enough, I didn't actually see properly. I was like, is that Zach Brown? I was staring into space, and I was wearing a full McLaren kit, and he like waved at me, and I was just like stared into space, and he was like, that was Zach Brown, just waved at you. And who else did we see? Oh, we saw Yuki Tsunoda in his car, and maybe a few others. But also, which was so sweet, so we were waiting by the barriers, and a guy pulls up, well, in a van of guys pulls up and gives me a hat, and I realized it was the Alpine team. So some of the Alpine like engineers or just team that were there, they had some merch, and I honestly, it was so sweet because I was wearing like all McLaren, bright orange, very obviously not an Alpine fan. Well, Alpine around the corner from here, they are our most local team, so I do have like an affiliation in that way, and I just thought it was so sweet. And yeah, I've got my little own Alpine hat now, and I just thought it was the cutest thing to do. So yeah, I would definitely wait around that area because you get to see lots of people, and it's just quite fun seeing everyone arriving for the day and getting excited. Number 4 is wear comfy shoes. I feel like this is such an obvious thing, but I saw a few girls in heels who weren't in the paddock club, and I was just cringing for them because the ground, like, it is not heel friendly at all. It is grass everywhere. It had rained the day before. It is so much standing and walking. Silverstone is huge. It's absolutely massive. So to get to A to B honestly takes like 45 minutes to walk sometimes, especially with all the crowds. So I would definitely wear the comfiest shoes that you can, because your feet are gonna hurt. Oh, hello. Hello, Maple. You can just go on your mat whilst I finish this, please. Number 5 is, again, I feel like this is an obvious one, but bring all weather garments. So honestly, on the Sunday, it was rain, sun, hot, cold, windy every 10 minutes. If you've obviously watched, you probably have if you're watching this vlog, but if you've watched Formula 1 on the telly, you will know that they are really hot on the weather, and they constantly are figuring out, is it going to rain, is it raining, how much it's raining, and it changes so much. So I would make sure you bring like a waterproof with a hood and an umbrella, but also make sure you're wearing like layers so you can strip off if it suddenly gets really hot. If you are driving, something to change into when you go back to your car. So we bought like towels, and we bought a change of clothes just in case we got absolutely like soaked through, because on the Saturday it was raining, and then Sunday it was just all a big thing. So I would just bring every type of outfit and a change of clothes. So yeah, those are my 5 top tips. They're really quite simple, but if you get them wrong, then you know, it might ruin your weekend. But there's some fun tips in there of how to see drivers and the team, and then there are some tips there also to make sure that you're comfy and you are fed and watered, and you're not dehydrated and not soaking wet. So that is sort of my overall top tips, my top 5. And if you are going to any more races this season, have a fantastic time. But they have released recently the 2024 schedule, so keep an eye on them. Get your sort of alerts from the Formula One website so you can get tickets as soon as possible, as we're definitely going next year. We are 30 next year, so we think we might pull out the stops and do it the posh way. But yeah, it's really exciting. We had an amazing weekend. I love it so much, and if you're an F1 fan, I highly recommend, wherever you are in the world, to go to your local race. So yes, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.